Salutations, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Slay the Spire. I'm your host, BrainBoy20, and when we last left off, we were just messing around with the Ironclad, finally getting him to Ascension 8 to catch up with the Silent, although the Defect still is miles ahead, and we're going to continue pushing him even further beyond. Oh god. So I'm not actually apparently ill, it's the reoccurring allergy that only affects one half of my face. And so I'm currently blind in one eye, as the other eye is basically permanently closed. And so, give me like a minute to actually reorient myself and figure out what the heck I'm doing. Yes, a curse is worth 14 less health, or 14 more health permanently. Brilliant. Give me a random boss relic. Sure. Card choices rarely actually matter. With Defect, he says, knowing full well that it's a bloody lie. I still haven't decided which way I want to go. All of them seem equally terrible. Screw it, we'll force ourselves to fight an elite. Let's dance a deadly dance. One of horror, death, and dismay. The extra energy from the very get-go usually helps. Usually. I could also be incredibly depressed over how poorly this might end up going, given time. Now, I know that that's an utterly meaningless statement, and I am the king of making utterly meaningless statements, but just bear with me now. We could benefit from the extra energy if I actually get good enough cards to counteract the -2. Sure, why not get rid of a strike, make it so Streamline shows up consistently. Yeah, sure. Entropic Brew is funny enough that I'm actually just going to keep. Now I wonder, wait, why did I spend all this money on potions? Well, if I get something that buffs Entropic Brew, I'm going to take it. It's like, you can't expect me not to take Entropic Brew. Or something that had a chance of giving me Entropic Brew, especially considering with the amount of money I had. Odds are I'm not going to really do much else with it. Anyway, I could tell that I still sound stuffed up, but there's not really anything I could do about it at this point. I just have to wait until an arbitrary amount of time has passed for my body to realize, wait, I don't actually have an allergy, and then I get to finally leave this nightmare. I'm so used to thorns being one of the most useless things in the game that I will gladly ditch that potion every single time. Sure, why not? Give me a strike rack. It seems like a rather silly idea, but really I just took the hologram so I can pull back Streamline when the time comes. As of right now, I'm just happy to just start spamming out cards and seeing what shows up. Now hang on. Okay, good. I actually am recording. For some reason, in like the farthest reaches of my mind, I was terrified that, oh no, I forgot to start the recording. And I have no idea why, even because I start the recordings before I actually start the, before I actually start talking. And I have to manually do that, or else I can't start recording in the first place. So, just deep, dark fears. Oh, baby, do I wake you up immediately? No, I'm going to wait a single turn. And I'm just going to dump all of this out on him all at once. So we're definitely taking the steroids, we're definitely taking this. Streamline. Hologram back the Streamline to hit him again. And let the poison deal some damage. And there we go, we chunked a significant portion of his health. And are probably going to draw it again? And now we get to just play all the cards in our hands. Sweet! I could dump the Entropic Brew right now and get 3 more potions, but I'd rather save it and see if I can get the potion belt that allows me to have 5 potions instead. Because as we all know, that is possibly the most broken thing in the game. With the Entropic, if you get enough Entropic Brews, or if the Entropic Brew creates another Entropic Brew. I haven't actually experimented enough with it to know if that's the case. I mean, heck, if it does, that'd be hysterical. I could accept Kunai. Considering I'm probably going to be, on average, playing 3 attacks in a single round, I could accept a Kunai. I'm taking 8 damage off of this, but I think it's worth it just to kill him quickly. Well, I said kill him quickly, but instead here we are. Being too pessimistic. See? Pay it off eventually. Sure. If they exhaust themselves, but they just allow me to replay the exact same card again and again, so be it. Wow, you hate me. Sure, I guess. I'd love to play Hologram. I really would. But I would like to not take most of my health and damage. Also, why are you sending a mugger after me? Do you hate me that much? Do you want to see me fail? As hard as you are. My mastery of the English language, it's slipping. And I don't know if there's a single thing I can do about it. And it's not really going to come back until this distraction that's been plaguing me for the past 3 days is fully gone. But I didn't want to leave you all with legitimately nothing from the recording. Or from a recording standpoint, I didn't want to leave everyone with nothing. A toxic egg this early, especially with the defect, is actually probably one of the more powerful options, second only to the frozen egg. Now, I am not going to go and fight. That is a very, very good way to go and die, fighting another elite. I want to attack again, but I know that's not a good idea. Well, it would make me vulnerable, so I would take... I would have ultimately ended up taking 1 additional damage that turn? But then it would have been significantly more, because I would have streamlined repeatedly. I went through all this effort to clear off my nose before the recording, and it's already back there again. Bloody hate allergies. They don't even make sense. At least this one doesn't make sense, because there's nothing I'm allergic to, except just the changing of the season. But you would expect it to affect your entire body, not just one half of it. I'll upgrade a card. I hope and a prayer. Whoa. Halfway there. Streamline is how we're dealing the majority of our damage, so I will upgrade Streamline to ensure that the majority of our damage remains. You are by far the biggest source of damage this turn, so you go and die in a fire. There was no reason really to do that, except that I just felt like it. Had to be done. I will take an upgraded fission from the get-go. Even if it doesn't do a whole lot, I will gladly take it. An upgraded fission is hilariously broken. And the only thing that could make it worse is upgrading Zap to make this a 0 cost. I guess so far we're just going defect good stuff. I could cut stuff out of the recording, but this makes it so much worse if I have to. I could fission this back and fire off another attack, but it evokes it. That's actually probably the best option I have as of right now. As dumb as that sounds, because I want to set him as low as possible before he transforms so I can actually manually transform him later. Well, I'm going to be made horrendously weak, but at least I can continue to walk away with my life. I just need to get the streamline back real quick so I can knock him into his next phase. The one in the back. Yeah, I made the right choice. I don't feel nearly as panicked as I usually do when fighting this guy, because I'm always afraid that there's going to be humongous attacks that will nearly destroy me consistently. Instead, just here we are. I mean, this particular bout of attacking actually does suck, but at least I can finally fully deal with the problem that's currently facing me. And that is getting rid of at least some of the incoming damage. Can you not fill my deck with more garbage? I just got rid of it. Well, this is going to take some time for me to get through. We don't really have anything that works off of plasma, because we don't have any energy doubling, we don't have additional card draw, we don't have anything of that sort that we can really use effectively. Well, that was me being hopeful. I mean, hey, we can always hope that one of the blasts will land on the 3 health creature, who still lives, by the way. And we are currently not in a state where we can make it through the city. But at least we made it to the first boss. Not like this recording will see the light of day if it fails that horribly. But if you're watching this now, congratulations, I actually am not dead. And he's not transforming. Excellent. Well, I guess we can focus fire to a certain degree. We still have more slime in here. No, we don't. My deck actually just has 12 cards. Well, thankfully that didn't take too long. Sure, Echo Form might actually be what saves us. Transform all strikes and defends? Well, we're not getting any other cards, so I guess we'll open up Pandora's box and see what we get. Another Streamline, go for the eyes, Static Discharge, Rebound, Equilibrium, Sunder, and Sweeping Beam. Lots of heavy attacks, lots of heavy costs. And a champion for us to deal with. I suppose I'm just going to go for the ludicrous amount of question marks, and we're just going to hope that none of them are that one dreadful event that just keeps showing up for no given reason. And that dreadful event is the ever so lovely Colosseum that just doesn't seem to want to leave me alone. Lord knows I'm going to be receiving attack damage at some point. Screwed up so horribly on this. I wanted to sunder to kill you, but I left you at 1 health instead. There, enjoy. For the man who should be dead. Again, you don't actually realize how distracting the supposed illness is until you realize that it is a constant irritation on your thought and like, it's just really irritating. It's just all I'm trying to say. And I just genuinely wish I didn't have to deal with it. Well, at least she kills herself by attacking me. I'd rather be above half my health, but I guess I can try to deal with this. How many 0 drops do I actually have? Like, there's 4 cards in my deck which are 0 drops, 5 cards if I get streamlined twice. However, there's also a portion of my cards that actually delete themselves, so I guess we'll start transitioning to 0 drops. I will always break open the box. Get me a relic from this loot box. To my knowledge, there are no shops on this route, so yeah, I'll just buy you the relic. And it's ice cream, so I mean, I get to use all the excess energy that I generate. I could get jaxed. I really could get jaxed, but you know what? Let us just obtain a special relic instead, because I like the mutagenous strength. In addition, it makes no bloody sense with the defect. My muscle fibers can't twitch, because I have no muscle fibers. So, good on you for that. Do I just streamline? I mean, I could streamline into equilibrium. And just retain this section of our hand for now, and then we could sunder next turn. And basically just try to kick him... Just kick him while he's down, kick him in an unreasonable state, or something similar. I suppose that worked. We've got some combo together. I love the fire potion. I'm still holding on to the entropic brew. A fairy in a bottle is nice, but it's not good enough, in my opinion. It doesn't heal me for enough, and sure prevents me from dying from one humongous hit, but most of the bosses multi-hit. I can't actually think of a regular boss who doesn't multi-hit in some way, shape, or form. And those multi-hits just straight up kill me. We are not going to go fight an elite. I don't know what you're smoking, but we are not going to do that. If we can avoid it. Hello, regular old fight. You and I are not best friends. We are quite the opposite of best friends, in fact. I would very much, absolutely love to cut you down so I don't ever have to deal with you ever again. Those bites. I want to equilibrium, but I just don't have enough energy to pull that off. Sorry, I wanted to sunder, but I can sunder. Because that kills you. Then I can hit you with a streamline, and then I can equilibrium to block all the incoming damage and keep my stuff in order. I mean, if I just have the potions sitting on the reserve, there's no real guarantee that it actually successfully puts an end to his madness. Definitely going to use fusion, definitely going to go for the eye, and hologram back zap, and then just get the zap rolling. Ice cream only really becomes effective if we get some really high-cost stuff that actually benefits from ice cream, or something similar to it. I will draw 3 cards and evoke all of the above. I wasn't even sure we were going to kill him. I was just playing cards at this point. Whenever I really go silent like that, it's just I'm just playing cards. I'm playing cards, and eventually something will happen that will make me go, oh hey, that's neat. And then I'll just keep going and playing more cards. Hello. Well, that is not the start I want to see, but I guess it's the only start for me. Jesus Christ, that was a lag spike of the gods, and I have no idea what caused it. I've had this complaint before about Windows. I know I'm quick to blame Windows, but come on. Windows just needs to stop doing Windows things. Alright, so now we're going to Fission, which will pop all of these simultaneously. Going to FTL on you, which does not draw a card because I'm a bit moronic, but we're very, very close. So I will definitely Static Discharge, Streamline into a... Wow, that doesn't kill you. Interesting. Go for the eyes. Does kill you. We will definitely Hologram to pull back the Zap. Yeah. Because I just want Equilibrium so I can take a little bit less damage this turn. If only I could play Echo Form with more regularity. Oh, I've got 2 Streamlines. Why do I have 2 Streamlines? I just have one in the basic deck. No wonder, I'm always wondering why certain things just keep showing up when they really shouldn't be. So you get hit, I get all the energy back. Streamline 1, Streamline 2, this Taskmaster dies, and we get to move on with our lives. 300 gold. Hello World is definitely not something I'm interested in. As much as I would love random common cards, Common Courtesy says as those aren't that great. I'll definitely take the gold-plated cables. Any additional stuff will always help. I'll take the Curse of Decay. Why is there only negatives? Why are there no positives? I have to leave this. I don't have health. Hello, Mr. Shop. So it'll be discarded 50% of the time. Well, I do like the spoon, so I'll gladly take it. And then I will probably toss up a Master of Strategy plus Finesse as the additional card draw, and protection is always appreciated. The upgraded hologram. No, I can't afford this. So hopeful. Alright, we're good. We'll save the rest of our coinage. We have so many problems trying to keep ourselves healthy that I might as well just take the additional health when it's offered to me. I'd love to Equilibrium. At the same time, I'd also love not to have to deal with a lot of this stuff. How many times do I have to draw? Not many. That's actually a really good first turn. We wiped out all his support. And he's probably going to summon a bunch of extra dudes? Yes, for once he didn't actually decide to do something completely out of the ordinary. So we're going to scrape, which will discard everything else. FTL. Static Discharge. Rebound off of the Master of Strategy. This is 50-50 of coming back. And it did in fact come back. So we'll just keep drawing. Go for the eyes. Huh, wait, that didn't trigger? Did I play another card in between that and Master of Strategy? No, I couldn't have. I don't remember it. I mean, I could fission, but I have no orbs to speak of. Ergo, I'm not going to bother. This is not the time for Echo Form, but it is so the time for Echo Form. I don't like being sneaky-wokey-like, but it's the only option I got, it's the only option I gets. This is where I would have loved Meat on the Bone. The additional 12 health whenever I'm below half, because I'm going to be taking damage every fight. And this fight is no exception. Wait, what? He's not attacking me? I'm concerned. Alright, we're gonna fission. It's used up, unfortunately. No, I'm gonna focus fire on the Gremlin leader. There's a chance that we're going to be able to successfully kill the Gremlin leader without too much of a hassle. Well, we tried. He's at 3 health. The wizard should not be able to cast before we kill his leader. That's a lot of wizards. Wizards of the Coast called. They want their D&D party back. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of... Why do I get the Unceasing Top now? It's like, in one of the fights where I genuinely do not need the Unceasing Top, here it is. I get 25 health, so I'm above half. Is there something worth upgrading? Like, does something here become a 0-drop? Because I would love to, like, key it up, but this run doesn't feel powerful enough to pull that off, in spite of the Unceasing Top shenanigans that we already have. Actually, I should heal anyway. Even if I recover a ton of health going into this fight, there's a significant chance that he's just going to destroy me anyway. Hit you with an FTL, hit you with a scrape. We are definitely going to streamline. What, do you think I was going to hologram all this back? Goodness, no, not yet. In a lot of famous words, now's not the time. Wow. I kind of wanted my Echo Form, thank you very much. Alright. Guess we're just gonna drink. Thank you for the doom and gloom. Fission. And there's the dual cast that nobody needed. Wonderful. I was trying so desperately to hold on to the Echo Form. Trying so desperately and it failed. Oh, we can start building an energy surplus so we can dip into later. Well, at least we're starting to build up some dexterity for the later portions of the fight. If there's anything that low damage output really supports, it's building a ton of dexterity off of the kunai. Well, I guess I'm just going to take a massive amount of damage. Right, Unceasing Top's a card. I always forget this. It's so difficult to remember Unceasing Top sometimes. And thankfully, this actually means we can get a decent synergy flowing, because as long as we have energy and don't draw a curse, we can just keep drawing cards. Always start with a scrape, even though it's not the most helpful. At the best of times, it is not the most helpful. At the worst of times, it is definitely not the most helpful. Have your best shot, weakling. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just start popping off with everything that we got. Is there anything really good here? Oh yeah, the max level Streamline is probably one of the better cards in my deck. Pop this for 12, and Unceasing Top draws us Decay, which does mean that the only thing that's really preventing us from being completely insane is the Decay card. Were it not for Decay, we could probably just keep going indefinitely. Let's give ourselves a dual cast to get ourselves 14 energy. He says, as he knows full well, that it's going to be completely worthless given the one turn, as we're probably just going to draw Decay at any point in time. Well, say what you will, this is working. I was hoping we would get the Decay Curse. So we can be stopped at any turn by drawing Decay. On the bright side, we are in fact gaining an absolutely obscene amount of things to use. Like, we're gaining tons of dexterity, we're working on actively killing him, we're popping off all of our passives at the exact same period of time, and he's dead, I think. No, he's not. He is barely alive. He's at 1 hit point. He said, had he forgotten the relic that he has that triggers the rightmost orb an additional time. Thank freaking goodness. I will definitely take machine learning, because that can only help us find the stuff we're looking for. I can no longer rest at rest sites, or Lizard's Tail. Adding 5 additional cards really doesn't matter, considering we only have a choice of 1 card, so it'd basically be a choose 1 of 5 cards. Well, technically it's out of the 5 options, choose as many as you desire.